Good morning, everyone. This is Leland Best over at Best AI Podcast, coming to you from a New Oaks AI Podcast. I'm sorry, I run a couple of these over here, Ray. You know that. And we have the CEO of New Oaks AI, Ray Luan, coming to us from Shanghai, China. How you doing today, Ray?
Good, good, good. Thank you, Leland. How are you?
I'm holding together. We had a big memorial stream Sunday for a friend of mine who passed, and it was a great showing. We had a lot of people turn out, and I was really impressed with the gratitude and outpouring of love that people had Sunday night for the family who lost a daughter and a loved one, a family who lost a mother and such. So, not to bring the theme down, but it was just one of those events that I do that was brought a lot of peace to a lot of people Sunday night. So,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not always just about business. Sometimes it's about personal things too. So,
Yes,
we got to get on
exactly.
that. What about you, Ray? What have you been up to?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. The weather got pretty wild here in China. The highest weather, not here, but in the other city was
Wow.
122 Fahrenheit. So it's going crazy. So the city,
Fahrenheit.
that's yeah, Fahrenheit 122. So the whole city literally cut out the power. Yeah, so this year the high temperature, is killing us. A
That's
heat wave.
insane.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's insane. But we're
Not
we're
any
fine in
no
Shanghai though.
nobody manipulating your weather over there, are they?
No, no, I don't think the AI is that powerful yet to be able to manipulate the grid, right, and power grid and the weather.
No, I
No.
hear you. Well, we're supposed to hit a heat. We have a heat index warning today. We're supposed to hit
Oh,
like 96 degrees today
wow,
or something like that,
wow.
97 degrees. So yeah, it's a heat stroke situation for everybody. Be careful out there.
Yeah,
But I
you're
want to
right.
welcome everybody to the broadcast. This is our community broadcast that Ray and I do for the sake of everyone out there at New Oaks AI learning the system and
Yep,
getting to know what it's all about as a community effort. So
yep.
tell us, Ray, let's just start out with the whole New Oaks AI mission this time.
Uh-huh.
Before we get into the trends, what is your mission statement? We keep reiterating this, but we really need to because I don't think people fully understand this isn't just a chatbot.
Yes. Yes. So the mission of NewOaks AI definitely is to help business owners bring AI to empower business owners and automate your business. So, the reason I have been talking about many times is that AI, it was since last year, right? The ChatGPT came into the market. AI has been in the hype or in the bubble for like almost 1 year. Everything is about generative AI. But the way I see it is that before this month, before the release of ChatGPT 4.0 August 6th version with
Mhm.
structured output, AI was not able to produce a tool for productivity improvement for business. So I think AI at this point, I think AI is ready, as I talked about it yesterday too in another webinar or podcast.
Sure.
So with the release of structured output and also cloud 3.5 sonnet prompt caching feature.
Yeah, that was cool.
AI is becoming more and more stable and to be commercialized so that business can use it to improve productivity and also with less and less hallucination.
I like it.
I really think AI at this point, in the starting from this month, is going to make a big difference in to B, I mean to business application, right? Used to
Yeah,
hard to
absolutely.
see. Yep.
I keep forgetting, Ray, how far ahead of the line we are sometimes. We think
Uh-huh.
that a lot of people understand AI, and Ross and I are doing our best to really start to. I hate to use the term dumb it down because it's almost insulting to some people, I'm sure, if we say it that way. And I don't ever mean to insult somebody in that regard. I'm just saying that it is such a high tech level of
Yep.
understanding that you may need to have to use it properly. But
Yep.
we want to get it in the hands of people who don't have tech savvy, and in order
Yep.
to do that, we have to teach it at a more basic level first so that
Yep.
they can better understand that it's not a danger, it's not a threat, it's
Yep.
something that we have control over, but we need
Yep.
to build those controls as we go and keep making sure they work properly.
Right. So I think ultimately, um, human being, as human species, are able to use natural language like the human language to
Yeah.
program, right? But
Mhm.
we still have like at least 5 to 10 years to go from from my point of view. We're
Yeah.
still far from there. So if you want to use AI to do business and make money out of it, is you still need some technical background and understand some of the terms and at least the principles of AI. So, but our mission is to lower down the entry barrier, lower down the level of challenge to use AI to build whatever business, to automate whatever business process you want to do. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go.
And I'm even still, I'm learning terminology as I go, and I've been playing with these things for almost 3 years now. And it's like
Mhm.
there's always something to learn here. And I wish people would really get on that part of it, just to take it as a learning experience and realize that everybody's starting in 101. And
Yeah.
it's a good place to be right now with you have such a level playing field, because then you can excel if you just dedicate yourself to the cause and push a little bit and move yourself
Yeah.
forward.
I think the early adopters will be rewarded, right? So
Absolutely.
AI is going to replace a lot of people who does not know how to use AI, right? AI is
Yeah.
not going to replace human, but it's
No.
going to replace people who do not know how to use it. So
I agree. So let's get on with the trends then, Ray. We got a few here to talk about. One of them, which I was kind of surprised about, was the Telegram CEO. A lot of people use Telegram out there. I
yeah,
use it a lot in some of my podcast conversations going back and forth. So we have
yeah.
bots running on Telegram. What happened to the CEO over there, Pavel Durov? Kind of got arrested by the French government. What's the story,
Yeah,
Ray?
it's crazy. It's really a crazy thing. Durab. Well, the reason I want to bring that up is that some of our customers were asking me, when are you going to integrate with Telegram? I would say it's on our roadmap. It's going to be like 2 or 3 months, right, on the road. But all of a sudden, Durab was arrested in Europe, right? It's crazy. I never thought about it could be arrested in Russia, right, or in
Yeah.
Iran, or in some other like crazy countries. But in Europe, come on,
Yeah,
for
right.
God's sake, I can't think how it's gonna happen. So, but clearly, to me, as a technical person, I like Telegram. I think it's a good promoter. I mean, in terms of technical apps, right? It's a big promoter for free speech, right?
Yeah.
Freedom of speech. So I also always like to use Telegram. I'm not a big user, but I think Telegram is good for a lot of people to not to be censored by the government, even
Oh,
in the
absolutely.
U.S.
I just
Yeah,
find it interesting that they're comparing him now to Julian Assange. So he must have some information on somebody or something that's going on, or I don't think the French government would be paying that much attention to him. So good
yeah.
luck out there, Pavel. I hope you really do manage through this and everything works out in your
But
favor if
there's
you're seeing.
a good there's something good news about Telegrams. After Durov was arrested, the number of apps downloaded apps are actually increasing.
Oh, it doesn't
So
surprise me a bit. That's how it
yeah,
usually works, isn't it? All
yeah,
right. Let's move on to another big person in social media's
yeah,
software system out there. Everybody knows him well, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg. He made
yeah.
an admission the other day. What was that admission?
I I don't know. It was the news that it was a big bomb. I mean, Meta or Facebook. Zuckerberg admit that he did cooperate with the government
Yeah,
to do the censorship to all of us. I mean, everybody on the Facebook. It was huge, and
kind of
it was
crazy.
yeah, it was crazy. So he did, I think he did give the COVID data, whatever the supporters of the COVID data to the Biden administration and
Yep.
comply with censorship. So and interestingly, Elon Musk just posted another tweet says, "Whoa, this is clearly the violation of First Amendment."
Mhm.
So Elon was
Yeah.
you know was pushing that to
And
the
I,
news.
we're not trying to make this political at all. It's just that the fact of the matter is we have to pay attention because
Mhm.
our apps are always attached to social media in one way or another. And we have to know what's happening with the owners of those prospective sites for us that we're using as whether it's lead generation, whether it's communications with clients,
Yep.
whether it's just hanging out and getting to know people and network. When you're working in a system that's tilted against you, it makes it
Yep.
very difficult to do your job. And what we're trying to do, again, that level playing field, we just want both sides of the aisle to have a fair shot at everything out there in the world. And I think that should be the case that everybody pushes for. So we want equality and equity and all that, but when it comes right down to it, we all just have to work together to make things happen. So
Yeah, great.
Grok, Grok 3, am I pronouncing that right? G R
Yeah, I
O
think
Q,
so. Yeah, Groq 3. Yeah, I was
a new release.
yeah, I was listening to one of Elon Musk's recent podcast review by Peterson, Jordan Peterson. So he was talking about Groq 3 is probably going to be released within 2 or 3 months.
Mhm.
Um, and it's equivalent to according to Elon, it's equivalent to GPT-5.
Oh,
So Elon said Grok 2 is in part with GPT-4, and Grok 3 is going to be the level of GPT-5.
mhm.
I hold my personal view on his announcement on that because I know Grok 2 is pretty good on image generation, but in the sense of working, use it as a business tool. I mean, business productivity improvement tool. I'm not so clear. I'm not so confident on that yet. So
So it's just an
uh,
interface to chat with right now. It doesn't really have much back
no,
end
it doesn't
purpose.
have the no. You cannot. I don't think you can even do rack or function
Yeah, I was
call
gonna
with.
say.
So yeah,
Okay.
before you can do function call with any large language model, I don't think it's going to be used for business yet. So
Yeah. And that makes
yeah,
sense. It's hard to tell
yeah,
what we're going to come up against. Okay,
yeah.
well, let's move on. And I just want to confirm we do have Hilton Davidow in the chat here today. Appreciate you coming by
Hey,
this morning to meet with us, Hilton. We do appreciate all the contributions and value that you bring to New Oaks.
yeah.
We
Thank
got
you.
a lot of new features, Ray. I was kind of surprised to see this list. You have WooCommerce website scraping update. Tell me about it.
Yeah, there was some customer who's using the WooCommerce, one click
Mhm.
scraping feature,
Yeah.
and there's some error message was popping out, and later on we figure out that it's because when people use WooCommerce, they also use some like theme templates, right? So put a lot of short code on top of the HTML code or the original content. So the short code make the content messy and not very structured. So we figured that out, and we use a feature to remove all of the theme short code so that just to make the data more clean and
Mhm.
the chat quality is much better. We just released that 3 days ago. So I think this is good for e-commerce owners, business owners.
Yeah. It's a better
Yep.
parsing, basically, is what it's doing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And then PDF file optimization, I figure, is kind of along those same lines where we're just
Yep.
optimizing the ability for New Oaks' back-end
Yep.
software to parse files and get the content
Exactly.
proper.
So it really means that the way we are working on to do a lot of optimization behind the scene.
Mhm.
It's also about parsing. So you see that parsing is a big step or big block
Oh, sure.
in our software. So with there are a lot of different standards or formats for PDF files. We figured there's some format which is not very structured and did not give us a catalog, a directory of the whole content. So that created difficulty for us to, scrape the data and put that into embedding knowledge base.
Mhm.
So we just optimize it. So it's getting much better. So just yeah, we're definitely going to improve that.
Cool.
Um, for internal like information retrieval use
And,
case.
and then next on the list, I see the workspace display for each chatbot. So I'm going to go log into NewOaks over there real quick. Let you tell us about it, Ray.
Oh, that's going to be released I
Oh,
mean
okay.
later today. Yeah, so it's probably not there. So but you can show that to our customer is that so there is it's a literally a user experience improvement. So whenever you
Okay.
work on a chatbot, so there's I think you probably mentioned that before, you do not know which workspace the chatbot is under. So
Oh,
we are
yes.
going to
Yes.
yeah, so we're going to make it better and optimize it. Whenever you create a new chatbot, we are going to ask you to choose a workspace that it should belong to. Or if
Gotcha.
you don't choose, and by default, it's going to be my workspace or the default workspace.
Yes,
So
because
all of
currently we name a workspace, we add a key for the OpenAI or Claude, we set a price plan, and that's really it. So we're creating
yep,
spaces as we go, and then we have to move bots
yep,
from the self-registered, especially if they sign up themselves, over to an account of choice that we put the workspace under. And now
yep.
you're saying we'll be able to just place that here on this menu where we'll be able to choose where we're putting them in the list of workspaces, or will it be located somewhere else?
Well,
Or a
yes,
whole
definitely.
new user interface, I suspect, here at this
Yeah, it's a
portion.
whole new user interface.
Okay. All right,
So
cool.
so the idea is when you create a chatbot under
Mhm.
the admin workspace, we're going to label
Oh,
it
I got you.
and
Okay,
yeah, make it
perfect.
display, right? Yeah.
That'll work. All right.
Hmm.
And then next on the list, we have three more to go, actually. The integration with high level. Now, I have a high level account. I know a lot of people that have high level accounts,
Yeah.
and I've actually worked with another development team to produce a competitor to high level
Wow.
for
Wow.
myself.
Yes.
That's
Heard.
AIO Flow is the brand that I run under a similar
Yep.
setup, but it's a whole
Yep.
different platform. So we may also have to talk about integrations into our CRM. So we'll be
Yes.
getting with you on that in the back end after the show, perhaps, or sometime this week. I'll talk to you about that, Ray, where we can
Yep.
touch base and see about incorporating NewOaks over with our system as
Yep.
well. All right, tell
Exactly.
us about it. How do we do that? How do we integrate NewOaks with GHL?
Yeah, so high level, I think there's a lot of our prospective customer or current clients were asking me to, whether we are going to integrate with high level because currently they are already doing that, right? So high level literally, from my understanding, I'm not an expert on high level.
Mhm.
From my understanding, high level is a CRM with the tools to build sales funnel for business, right?
That's
From
correct.
lead generation, conversion, SMS, conversational appointment booking, everything, right? So a lot of them are using either Make or Publi or
Mhm.
Active Pieces to connect with high level. But I think we want to go further,
Mhm.
right? To just have a native integration with high level so that I think high level also has an AI chatbot, but I don't
Yes,
think
they
they
do.
are as convenient as what we have right now. I mean, in terms of the features
No,
and
they're not.
the user experience. So I really want to make the conversational AI part
Mhm.
to be integrated seamlessly within high level so that business owners can use our chat, AI chat capability and integrate with high levels sales funnel
Mhm.
automation capability.
Mhm.
Just make just the idea was just to make news into business owner's daily work process, right? Just to
Mhm.
make work better
And Ray,
and more convenient.
and to remain agnostic, I think, is always a good thing to do because it's not any different. We actually have an AI bot of other types too that we played with
Yep.
that was built into our system. And we
Yep.
tried to move its access to go high level so that we could, like you said, we were connecting other back end flows so that we could make it work at GHL. But the integration, the actual, native integration is always a better way to go. And
Yep.
that way, it's just like any other module. It's something that you just tag and you see go high level, you sign into your account, and now you've got access to what Ray has to offer. and we hope to do the same in ours as well. And yeah, it's more of an all-in-one system that's made. Um, the thing I see with systems like this, though, and we've avoided this in our end just for one reason, there's a lot of affiliate users of the
Yeah.
system that just sell it. They don't really use it. And they
Yeah.
make a lot of money doing that, but they don't really support the product and they don't know the product that well. If you are
Yeah.
going to use Go High Level, I just highly recommend you find someone who is a white label owner who runs an agency under
Yeah.
High Level
Right.
and knows the ins and outs of the software and actually
Yeah.
uses it and doesn't just like push you the affiliate link to try to get you to sign up so they can make a profit. You,
Sure.
you just won't get the support you want.
Yeah, that's yeah, I think that's exactly what we need. We need
Yeah,
to really work with someone who use it and who is an expert of high level to make it
absolutely.
better.
And
Yeah.
and I know some people who program over there as well that work very closely with the dev teams at Go High Level. So I might be able to connect you with a couple people that have a little influence over there, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that would be
Um,
nice.
yeah. Predefined SMS messages for lead capture. I'm kind of wow, I didn't see that coming. So you're
Yeah.
just giving us some template messages, like some um what would you call that? I know there's a word for that. Go ahead. You
Predefined.
called it predefined SMS messages, right?
Yes. So, well, it's also from another customer of mine that
Whoops. Sorry about
yep,
that.
I'm using the digital business card. So the reason being is that I'm going to join the SaaStr conference, right? In
Mhm.
on September 7th. So I'm going to bring a digital business card and also talk to Ross about it. Um, originally I was thinking that may need a paper business card, but later
I
on
saw
I
that. I
figured,
saw that.
yeah, I figured that I better off just to bring a QR code, right?
Yeah.
So that when I go to the conference, the SaaStr conference, when I meet someone who is either a affiliate partner or prospective customer, I can just show him the QR code,
Mhm.
just get so that he can try or test our chatbot. But in the meantime, after the visitor or the prospective customer scan the QR code, he knows my contact info, but I don't know his
Gotcha.
contact info. So the idea
Okay.
is to capture the lead and then allow the visitor to see my digital business card and talk to the chatbot
Yeah.
either by Facebook, WhatsApp, or SMS number. But with that QR code, so once the visitor scan the QR code, he's gonna see a message that already predefined by me or
Hmm.
written
Hmm.
scripted by me. He just need to click right away, and then
Okay.
the message will be sent to my phone number, and then the chatbot will be taking over the conversation and reply back right away. So to follow up with the leads, I think that's a way to get the your get traffic offline
Yeah.
when you doesn't matter you are a real estate agents or e-commerce owners. Whenever you go to attend a conference or house tour or whatever exhibition, just get your customer offline and start to get engagement and use a chatbot as a follow-up. So I
I
think
like it.
that's at the top of the sales funnel we have been talking about. Yeah,
What
so
I
that's
think
what's
I
mhm.
got to tell the story, Ray. I'm sorry, I got a cat trying to intrude in my space over here, and I'm just kind of
Uh-huh.
pushing him away.
Yeah.
What I found interesting about what the conversation Ray brought up just a minute ago about wanting to get a QR code for the back of his
Yeah.
business card, and
Yep.
it was a conversation Ross and Ray and I were having, and Ross was like, "Why do you need a business card, Ray? Use your phone." And he's like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Do this," and he gave a picture of Ross's front of his
Yes.
phone, which is
Yep.
his splash screen. He just took his
Yep.
home screen, put a
Yep.
QR code on it, and now all he
Yep.
does when he walks into an event and say, "Scan my phone," and they
What a
scan his
genius.
phone, and
Yep.
he's got it right in his hand. When I saw that, I was like, "Man, you got pwned right there, Ray, in a big way."
Yeah. I think
But it
that's a
was so
genius
good.
idea.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful, and I commend him on that. So Ross, great job.
Yeah. Good job,
All right,
Russ.
all right, let's check the chat real quick. I think we have one more thing to cover there, Ray, and that was the human initiated live chat on the
Yeah.
chatbot auto reply. So
Yep.
cover that, and I'll just see if we got any comments out here. So if you have any questions, leave them in the chat.
Yeah. So the idea is that when prospective visitors were talking to your chatbot, right? And the conversation was all automatic. So on the back end, when the support staff or the business owners are using the live chat web dashboard, when you see that conversation was going, and if the human want to intervene or step into the chat, it's not allowed or available yet. So the idea is that allow the business owner or the support staff to to step into the conversation anytime.
Okay.
Just click a button and then take over the
Override.
conversation. Yep. So to make the whole conversation or user journey more seamless
Yeah.
or smooth. Yeah.
And sometimes you want to step in. If the bot's not answering the way you really hoped it would, there might be a
Exactly.
good time to just say, oh, here I am. Sorry if it got a little confusing for you, because you don't want to lose the client because of a bad call on your AI's part.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
we see that all the
uh,
time. It happens.
also it's good
Oh,
for
I
onboarding.
apologize. Let me hang that up.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem. So I think
Okay, cool.
it's also good for onboarding. For example, if you already have a big team with the business going on, and you want to introduce a chatbot into the
Hmm.
part of make it part of your work process, right? So you kind of need a human and a bot working together in the same time,
Yeah.
just to make sure that the transition is similar, is smooth, right? Is seamless. So I think that feature also can help the onboarding of use a chatbot for an existing business workflow.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
If
would
you're trying to set appointments or using it as customer support, you're going to need that back end feature to just jump in
yeah,
and take over,
yeah,
because there's nothing better than a human for support. It really isn't.
exactly.
That knows what they're doing. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
bad support person isn't that good, but somebody who knows what they're doing helps. And the other thing that we tend to forget, Ray, is that
Mhm.
even if you have a support team and
Yeah.
you don't want to replace those people,
Yeah.
get them to answer via chat
Mhm. Yeah.
GPT. I mean, if you set up your entire structure of training within your platform, whatever that is, if you're a
Uh-huh.
SaaS developer or owner, you have your guides, you have your tutorials, whatever that is, train that entire bot on that so that your live agent has access through the bot to all that data. Whenever a question comes in, they just ask the bot and then they
Yeah.
answer in kind so that they are that real person interface. That's how we
Exactly.
see it a lot. It gets done that way
Yeah.
quite a bit.
So, yep, that's also a good suggestions or
Okay,
use case.
couple comments by Hilton about the agile development. He loves it. New UX on the whole workspace thing. Also, he's obviously an adamant supporter of Go High Level. Yes, Go High Level's been around for quite a while. Actually, Hilton's
Yeah.
been around for about 10 years now,
Wow.
almost in development, if I remember correctly, over the time that it's been
Uh-huh.
processing. So
Yep.
our development as well has been in process for a few years now. We've just come out of beta a couple of years ago. So these types of products are commonplace now. There's a lot of these all-in-one CRM things coming out. HubSpot's building one. That one should be available actually anytime now. That's going to have an AI included feature as well.
Yep.
And it's one of those things you got to be careful of, though. AIO isn't always the way to go. When I say that in a as a two-edged sword for myself, because I promote all-in-one products, but
Yep.
you do need to know that they have their limitations and you need to
Yep.
watch. And that's why it's never good to expand too much. And Ray knows that. He's
Yes.
gonna kind of make this bot featured to a specific niche and content, and that's
Yep.
where you stop. You don't go too far. One more point he had was that the AI response, Go High Level has AI responses to reviews, and they don't use it. They use their own via Pabbly. And with GHL, it's like Apple. You get what you get. You can't customize the prompts. So
Yep.
there's a lot of limitation there. And that's what we look to try and, we have to in some cases, but
Yep.
last little bit here, Ray. We're down to the customer survey. We're still looking to introduce customers to the product, but we also want those who are using it to give us more emphasis. We want to see how you're using it. Give us a survey. Talk to us. Let us know where you're struggling with the software or where we could do better. The other thing is for the call for participation, Ray. What do you need from us? Tell us.
Oh yeah. So for the customer interview, so the idea was to find the I mean, in three different verticals that
Mhm.
we want to dive into: real estate, e-commerce, and also Airbnb. So
Mhm.
those are the three verticals that we already have some experience in, but we are not the expert. So to be honest, not expert in real estate, e-commerce, and Airbnb. So the idea is to ask your help to build together with me to solve your own problem, but with our expertise. Because I'm a generalist, right? I'm not a domain expert, and I need the help of the domain expert to tell me what's your pinpoint.
Yeah,
I don't want
I
to
get it.
tell you what's your pinpoint. It's whatever I tell you could be wrong,
Yeah,
but whatever you tell me, it may not be 100% um, accurate, but it definitely will help a lot. Help me to form the idea. Okay, what is the real problem? What's the real question to ask? What is the real problem to solve? I don't want to hallucinate like AI that I'm a domain expert and tell you how you should do your business.
yeah, we
So
already have AI hallucinating. We don't need you hallucinating too, Ray. So
yeah,
we'll be good.
exactly.
Um, just to cover the OKR, which was 20 customer interviews to complete, only 5 to go. So
Yep.
take one off for me. I'll be happy to fill one of
Yes.
those slots.
Sure. Yeah.
And whatever else, contribute, guys. If you just want to sit down, let Ray ask you some questions or one of his team members ask you some questions. It's not that hard. It won't hurt. And it only takes a few minutes, but it's good
Yep.
for PR. It's good for us to be able to promote the usage of the product as well for others. So,
Yep.
and we'll showcase those customers who are really using it to an extent that maybe we didn't see coming.
Mhm.
I know I'm going to be applying it in ways that Raven may not have expected here soon. And
Yep.
then we've got an event that's going to be taking place over in San Jose on September 10th through the 12th, correct?
Yes.
Um, and that's the SASTR. How do you pronounce that? What is that exactly?
SaaStr. SaaStr.
SASTR. Okay.
SaaStr. Yeah.
Tell us
SaaStr.
about it, right?
Yeah. SaaStr is probably the largest conference in the SaaS industry. Like all of the, solopreneurs or indie hackers, business owners are going to join. I just go there just to see whatever other people are building, and also I'm going to look for some prospective partners or customers just right there, just broaden my views in terms of AI. And AI is a big topic in this year's SaaStr. So there are a couple of friends of mine are all going to there. So I'm going to spend 2 or 3 weeks in Silicon Valley just to
Oh,
talk to people around and find something fun to
yeah.
and maybe build some fun features or product to bring to your guys. So that's all it is about. I want to
I
meet people.
I
Yeah.
wish I could make it to San Jose in September, Ray, but the possibility of that is no probably close to nil for me. But I'm sure some of the community are going to step up and show up. I do
Yeah.
see two names right now. We have I'm going to say and guess Yagan Mohan wants an interview, and so does Lax Min. So if you check out
Oh,
the YouTube chat, let's grab those two, get them on an interview as soon as possible,
great.
and make sure we
Yes.
have some stuff going on over there. So,
Yeah.
um,
Please
I,
emails. Yep.
I should probably attend that next year, though, Ray. I didn't realize that there was a big
Yeah.
conference
I
for
think you should go.
entrepreneurial SaaS owners. Me
Yes.
too. I own a
So
few SaaSes, so I got to get
yeah,
over there.
Milan. So I was also planning that to host an event.
Oh, nice.
Maybe next year, not this year.
Yeah, I
I
get
will
it.
invite you and Ross and all of the investors or the
Hmm.
supporters of NewOaks to
Absolutely.
come together. Let's host something fun.
Yeah.
Just to get to know each other and in person and to make the product better.
Absolutely. Well, we
So
can get the video team together too if you want to put something
yep,
together that we do live. Let's
yep,
just cover where we're at. We'll bullet these real fast as far as what we covered today. A lot of new
mhm,
stuff in the news. Telegram CEO Pavel went to jail. Mark Zuckerberg admitted he did wrong over there by censoring people on Facebook. And Groq 3 was released. Not something you're going to use in business right now, but you can go play with it. It should be available anytime now. And we
yeah,
also have the mission statement's always been the same. We want to benefit small business with NewOaks AI, make it easier for you to get your job done. New commerce features, WooCommerce, PDF file optimizations, workspace displays for each chatbot, along with an integration for Go High Level, along with predefined SMS messages, human initiated live chat for the auto reply. And we need your input. fill out a survey, talk to Ray, give him your ideas of what could come next. We have a feature update list that's available. If you want a feature added, you can put it on there, but Ray's going to kind of hone this thing first. And tell me what your next steps are, Ray, and then we'll wrap it up.
So where the first priority that we are going to build the NewOaks AI chatbot, make it more robust and more stable, and add a lot of new features on. But in the meantime, we have our team is growing. I think I need to think about something in the long term, right? Some like maybe another product. I'm still forming my ideas, and also I welcome any of you to propose to me and say, hey, Ray, that's something that you need to go for. You need to build, like, there's some product may benefit me and benefit NewOaks too, right? And benefit all of the business owners. So it's not about abandon one thing and start another thing. It's about I need to get something new
Yeah,
just to
nothing wrong with that.
just to practice, and also get find a new problem to solve, right?
Ray
But
needs a side gig. We need to
yeah.
get Ray a side gig, everybody.
Yeah,
I'm sure
but
I'll come up with something. I've got an idea for a small website proposed that I did a wireframe for years ago on Balsamiq. I'm sure you're familiar with that platform. Actually, a good friend of mine is
yeah,
deep friends with the owner of that platform. So we do have a couple other comments I'm going to make real quick before we wrap this up, Ray, because we like to make these short. We don't hang out very long out here, but we've got them coming in fast. So Lax and Yagan are obviously excited. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, please tell me. Endemian Chung says, really great job, Ray, for all the amazing updates. You got me thinking, come to San Jose, always over deliver. Lax Min says form to collect data, and based on the data, get AI replies. Now we're working on form data collection. So that is
yes,
something that Ray is currently actively working on.
yeah,
And he also mentions which in turn becomes the basis for the next prompt in a chain of thought. Yes, we've told Ray that is the way we think. We do believe that forms are kind of the one easy way to get people to let go of their information and give it to you and get them,
yeah,
be able to prompt bots better and things of that nature as well. And well, Weka Development, who I'm thanks for coming, new time viewer, it looks like. Human initiate message to take over the AI is awesome. Even better that they can take over system, also triggered via API. So that's another thought. You can throw that on the feature suggestions over on NewOaks.ai.
yeah,
And
please
this,
do.
yep. And this, once again, Ray, got anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
No, I
I
think
think we're
that's
kind of good.
pretty much everything. I think thank you, Leland, and thanks to everybody who attended this podcast. So let's keep rolling, okay? And
Absolutely.
talk to me with what you think, what your ideas, and what you want to build. I like that, I like to talk to you guys, okay? And
Absolutely.
email me at support@newooks.ai if you cannot get hold of me.
That's correct. And Ray has tasked me with some of the tutorial videos that will be coming. We've been working on them. We had some personal matters take place with the memorial broadcast and stuff, so it slowed me down tremendously, and I apologize for the delays, but they will be produced and they are coming soon. Hopefully the first production will be an overall of the entire system that we'll have Shemaya go back and break those videos down for you guys on YouTube so that then we can bring them in as a full set of tutorials. So hope to see
Yes.
those very soon, Ray. I'm doing my
Looking
best over here
forward
to
to it,
keep
Leland.
up on it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care. This has been NewOaks AI
Yeah.
Podcast. We'll see you next week, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Eastern, from both here in Michigan in the USA and over in Shanghai, China. Ray Luan, CEO of NewOaks. Take care, Ray. We'll see you next time.
Take care. See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.